Where will the next wave of defense jobs land, and which stocks could benefit? A Pentagon push to restock munitions and fast-track hypersonics may reshape state economies and investor portfolios for years. Here's the setup. Washington is prioritizing precision weapons inventories and next-generation missile programs. That means more factories, more testing sites, and more demand for high-skill engineers and technicians. Governors are competing with incentives and workforce pipelines to win these plants and labs. For markets, this looks like a multi-year procurement cycle that can steady revenues at prime contractors and lift a broader web of suppliers in electronics, composites, propulsion, and guidance. The first insight is about speed and cash flow. A heavier mix of munitions, interceptors, and spares can move from order to delivery faster than big platforms. That often improves cash conversion and near-term earnings visibility. Backlogs and book-to-bill ratios matter here. Watch whether orders are translating into shipments, not just headlines. The second insight is about hypersonics. Programs that exceed Mach 5 are shifting from lab work to production milestones. That pulls capital into wind tunnels, thermal protection systems, sensors, and advanced manufacturing. Timelines can be longer and more test-dependent, but contract durations can also be stickier once production starts. Third, competition among states is intensifying. Expect bids for integration sites, test ranges, and engineering hubs. Local incentives, training partnerships, and permitting speed can tilt decisions. These projects bring high-wage jobs and can lift regional GDP, housing demand, and municipal revenues. They can also strain tight labor markets and raise wage costs across advanced manufacturing. Fourth, supply chains are in focus. Policy attention is shifting beyond the primes to Tier 2 and Tier 3 suppliers. Domestic sourcing, redundancy, and capacity expansion are priorities. That can create winners among niche component makers and testing firms, and it can widen the investable set beyond the household defense names. What should investors watch? Program mix and delivery cadence, because that drives revenue timing. Capital spending plans and M&A, as primes secure capacity and key technologies. Workforce readiness, since talent bottlenecks can slow ramps. State-level announcements, tax credits, and bond-funded infrastructure that signal where growth will cluster. Keep an eye on risks like testing delays, export controls, and budget politics that can shift timelines. The practical takeaway: consider diversified aerospace and defense exposure if it fits your risk profile, and dig into suppliers tied to munitions, air defense, and hypersonic ecosystems. Focus on backlog quality, cash conversion, and execution, and think in multi-year horizons. Read the full article at finlitica.com. Quick reminder: this is general information, not financial advice. Your money, your decisions, so always do your own research.